let's do this. Yeah, it's way too much for them to deal with. What's going on, YouTube? Achilles here, and today I put together a Simic ramp deck. With the Final Fantasy set out, we have a whole bunch of new tools to put into this deck as a whole. So, for starters, we got Ignis Scientia, which you could look at the top 6 cards of your library, put a land card from among them onto the battlefield tapped, plus it has some exiling abilities as well. We also got Omega Heartless Evolution. With this card, we could tap an opponent's non-land permanent, and depending on how many non-basic lands we have on the field, X will put that many stun counters and will gain that much life. Also, we have Absolute Virtue as a top-end card that could come out with Smuggler Surprise as well as Ghalta, and we also have Summon Bahamut, which is like Cityscape Leveler, but a little bit better in my opinion, because when this comes out, when you play Ghalta or Smuggler Surprise, you're going to get a ton of value immediately as soon as it enters. So we ramp up really quickly, we try to use Smuggler Surprise, or we even try to play Ghalta for 8, and then we play all of our powerful creatures, and we get a ton of value, we draw a bunch of cards, gain life, and we overwhelm the opponent. So let's get right into this list. We got 4 Llanowar Elves, 4 Smuggler Surprise, 4 Glimpse of the Core, 1 the Irencrag, 1 Ignis Scientia, 4 Hulking Raptor, 1 Overlord of the Floodpits, 4 Overlord of the Hauntwoods, 1 Marang River Regent, 1 Bonny Pall Clearcutter, 4 Vaultborn Tyrant, 1 Omega Heartless Evolution, 1 Koma World Eater, 3 Ghalta Stampede Tyrant, 1 Absolute Virtue, 1 Summon Bahamut, and for the lands we got 2 Islands, 7 Forests, 4 Botanical Sanctum, 4 Willowrush Verge, 4 Yavimaya Coast, and 3 Cavern of Souls. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe, and if you're new here, just know we have new videos coming out every day, and if you want to become a member, you can get early access to videos. Let's get right into these games. Opponent goes first. His hand isn't the best, but I am going to keep it anyway. I want to draw into something worse. And all it takes is 1 or 2 cards to really just put us over the top. Immediately going for Storm Chaser's talent, though. Okay, but we got a Llanowar Elf. So, hopefully they don't remove it. Although, even if they don't remove it, we don't even have a follow-up play next turn. Even with 3 mana, unfortunately, so hopefully, of course, we could draw something so we could really utilize everything that we have. Because they're going to swing with that Otter right now just to dish out some damage. Big 2 damage. Or maybe they throw a Monstrous Rage. Be extra fancy. Is it worth it? They're thinking, yeah, they're going to do it. They're like, let's just get all this damage in while we can. I mean, I think that's the correct play. Oh my god, it's not useful right now. Alright, so in a perfect world, guys, we don't die this turn coming up. We go Hulking Raptor, and oh my god, but they got the VV out now, so even gets worse from here. Now, where were you the turn before? We could have really used that Overlord last turn. But let's say now we draw a land, and if they don't remove that Hulking Raptor, then we could go right into Vaultborn Tyrant and then just keep gaining life drawing cards. So we could potentially do that, but at the same time our opponent might just do a whole bunch of things right now. Yeah, they're going in for the kill, slowly but surely. Gotta be careful. They might just attack with the Otter, yeah. So I'm not going to block that. Let's get a land, though. That's a land. Very nice. So, Vaultborn Tyrant appears. We're going to gain some life, draw a card. So now, if they don't kill us, we are going to get even more value. Because Bonny Pall is going to make a Ox, but its power and toughness equal to the amount of lands we control, so it'll come out with 4 power, so this should trigger twice. And I think that's just how we utilize our mana the most. Because just gaining 6 and drawing 2 more cards and throwing 2 more bodies out against a deck like this will only just make it harder for them. That VV definitely is a troublesome card to deal with, but very fancy. So they're getting rid of the Hulking Raptor, which stops my following play. So I'm going to really have to draw a land. Or, I mean, worst case scenario, I go for Overlord of the Hauntwoods, and I'll go from there. Could they pay that ward cost? I think they could, yeah. But now what do they swing with? I hope they attack with the VV. I'll totally block that. They'll probably attack with... I think if they were smart, they'd attack with everyone. Maybe not the VV, but Drakecatcher should attack, I believe. I think that's the smart thing to do. But they don't attack with anyone. And now they're going to really regret it. But the only problem is we're 1 land short of doing what we want to do. What a shame, right? So now we just have to survive for 1 more turn. Here's the land we needed. Or I should have done Avatar, and then I could have played the Absolute Virtue, but it's fine because I'm going to attempt to bring it out. But at the same time, I might want to go for a Mega, because this will put stun counters on something, plus I'll gain some life. All these cards are so good to get. I mean, if you think about it, any combination of the two is good. That's why if Ghalta was in our hand, we'd even get more value. What are they going to get? The Monstrous Rage, perhaps? All I know is this deck would not be the same without Vaultborn Tyrant, because this card is pretty much the glue that keeps everything together. Well, the same thing with Smuggler Surprise, but without Vaultborn Tyrant, you don't have any momentum really going for you. Alright, so we don't like VV, and we don't like Drakecatcher. I feel like they could Spell Pierce me, so I might just do this now. I don't want to deal with the Spell Pierce. What's the 2 most relevant things to get out? Probably these 2, right? Let's do this. Yeah, it's way too much for them to deal with. Okay. I was about to rant and say that I hate drawing this card in my opening hand, but if you open up with Ghalta, with the Virtue, or Smuggler Surprise, obviously, then it's all good. We just need maybe 1 more ramping card, and we could get to where we need to be, or just a land, honestly. Oh my goodness gracious, they just said, no, you're not allowed to ramp. Okay, opponent. That's fair. We could go into Hulking Raptor next turn, which is very nice. We just need to find something that we could go into for 6 mana, though. Or just find another land. That's very unfortunate, actually. Honestly, the Virtue isn't as good in this matchup as we wanted to, because they can make us sacrifice creatures. I want to keep the Ghalta. Ghalta is so much more important. Even the Vaultborn is. So if we could just draw one more land and they don't momentum breaker us or something, then we're going to have a great turn. If, though, that's the big if. They could easily just bounce it back to their hand with something. Just like that. Oh my god. Yeah, so that's a thing. So I wonder what I could even draw to get out of this. I'll land something. So in the worst case scenario, I just have to play Vaultborn for 7, but first we gotta get there. So many factors involved in this matchup. If I have to discard a card, it has to be Ghalta now. And the Preacher. Oh my goodness gracious. That's a good card, but we do need more mana to actually cast it. So we're going to do it this way. And this isn't bad. Maybe I should have just kept the land instead of the Overlord to guarantee myself to go into Vaultborn. But I just thought Overlord would be a nice body to throw on the board, but it might have been a mistake. Yeah. It does generate a land for me, though. So let's say, though, if I could draw a land, I could go Ghalta and then have an insane turn. If. If not, I just play Vaultborn and we're still chilling. But they're still doing a bunch of stuff right now, so... Go for the big swing. Gonna block the Preacher. I'm gonna deal with that thing. It just has a ton of value on it. Oh my god, guys. That is so funny. Alright, I guess we're keeping Vaultborn. And I draw the Smuggler Surprise now. That is so funny. I'm gonna... do I keep this in my hand because they might discard a card? I'm gonna keep the Smuggler Surprise. So I'm gonna keep... If they make me discard a card, I'll just discard this. Because keeping this is more relevant. And if they make me not discard anything, then I could go Smuggler Surprise, a couple modes and whatnot, so... See, well, there goes that plan. Just gotta stay alive and not die right now. It's a mission of its own. So now what will they do? Take out the Hulking Raptor. Go for their big swing. We gotta block the Biza. Make me discard. Okay. So let's see what I could possibly draw right now, guys. Yes, that is definitely not going to help. Okay. Not bad. Can't go wrong with Llanowar Elves turn 1. Have the duress. It's not going to hit anything. Ooh, I love that for us. Smuggler surprise dodges the duress. Thankfully, of course. Gonna break our momentum though, so. Now our hand is really bad. We don't have any early game stuff to ramp, so we're at the mercy of the stuff from the top of our deck. Gotta get rid of this. It's either that or the Bonny Pall, and I'd rather keep the Bonny Pall. Oh my goodness gracious. That is so unfortunate. Poor Smuggler surprise. Alright, so now this game is going to be very difficult. Well, I'm not really worried about that, at least. Okay. This, though, is good. Let's draw some cards. We can't really go into this at all. It's going to take a while. At the same time, I could technically go Overlord next turn, have 6 mana, go into Bonny Pall, and by then I should hopefully have the 7th land. So that's the mindset that we're going to have right now. We have to avenge our fallen Smuggler's surprise, after all. And if the Overlord sticks, then it just gets even better, but I knew it wasn't. But at the end of the day, it makes the everywhere land, so can't go wrong with that. Alright, so we got 7 lands now. We're going to go for the best creature in the deck, which is always Vaultborn Tyrant. And now we have the 8th land, so we could set up a Ghalta. And if we want to be insane, we could bring out Ghalta, just to get an extra draw with Vaultborn Tyrant. And the best part about this now is not only do we draw and gain more life, but this card's an artifact, so if they have another go for the throat ever that they draw, they can't use it on this. Alright, big playtime. One, two, three. So what's really crazy is now I'm going to draw a bunch of cards, and then the Ghalta will bring out even more cards. Now, we're going to do the Ghalta play even... We just keep doing it. It's so funny. Okay. We get to go first. I'll keep this one. If we could get the Hulking Raptor out and then go Smuggler Surprise, we're in business. And if we don't draw anything good, next turn we could just go for the Overlord. I think we get rid of the elf, because next turn we go for Hulking Raptor, and then we go Smuggler Surprise the following turn. I think that's the play we're going for, because there's not going to be no room to fit in the Llanowar Elf in between all that, because we're going to only be at 4 mana. So all we got to do is not die. What are we calling? Dinosaur. And we're going to be okay. So let's see. I mean, another situation is we don't die, but what if they remove Hulking Raptor? But if they don't, we go Ghalta with Vaultborn Tyrant with the Smuggler Surprise. We'll gain so much life. Ghalta will bring out the rest of her hand. Marang will bounce their board. And at that point, I don't think they're going to win. Well then. That is crazy. What a play. Now I have to block, or I'm going to lose. Oh, wait a minute. No, I don't. Oh, man. We got so lucky. That is so funny. So now, we should have it. Nice. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. Tell me what you think of the deck in the comment section down below. Please like the video and subscribe if you have not already, and if you're new here, just know I have new videos coming out every day. I hope everyone has a great day. Take care.